Okay, whether you're suffering with your physical health or your mental health, like I was, this machine is for you. So if you're struggling with your physical health, diabetes, high blood pressure, gout, a whole host of illnesses, type 2 diabetes, take a watch of these three videos. Again, if you're also struggling with your mental health, your sleep, insomnia, anxiety, depression, these three videos are for you. Take a watch of this video first and then listen to the other two. This is an absolutely groundbreaking technology. It's actually been out for decades, and we're only just finding out more and more about PEMF. So take a watch of these videos.
Welcome everyone to tonight's roundtable discussion. We're going to be talking science and health tonight, and we're going to be examining uh, two different technologies that can greatly enhance your life and your quality of life. And we're going to be looking at a host of products as well through a company called Olylife, which stands for Olympic Life. And so let's go ahead and dive on into it. So some of the technology we're going to talk about is the PEMF. Some of you may have heard of it, pulsed electromagnetic field. And we're also going to be talking about terahertz as well. Now, one of the things that I'm so excited about is just the science behind the products that we're going to talk about later on. And you're probably on this call right now because someone that you know probably was going through some health issues and came across this company and had some great benefits and results from using its suite of devices. And they're probably sharing that with you because chances are you are probably having certain issues as well. And so we're gonna talk about that tonight. And the first technology that we're gonna talk about is PEMF, pulse electromagnetic field. Now, this is maybe new to some of you, but we experience it every day. See, the earth that we live on has a magnetic field, and it's constantly producing and giving off those waves. And our bodies encounter it every day. You may have seen back in the day people taking their shoes off and they'll go walking barefoot on the grass or on the beach. I just came back from Mexico and my wife and I, we were walking barefoot on the beach. That's a form of grounding, just connecting with the earth itself and its magnetic field. And so this technology was something that was created along with the earth that people for probably hundreds, thousands of years have been experiencing. But now science has been able to take this technology and use it in the medical field in an intentional kind of way. And so what happens is with this pulse electromagnetic field, it uses those magnetic pulses to basically stimulate at a cellular level. And so a lot of top athletes like LeBron James and others, and even guys like Tony Robbins, are using this in their day-to-day life because it can help fight diseases, improve your sleep, improve your circulation, and also reduce inflammation. But the key is that it does it without you having to have a prescription. You don't have to pump your body with synthetic chemicals that cause other problems that you're going to eat other pills to take care of. It puts your body in a state so that it's able to begin to heal itself. Because the truth is, most diseases and most forms of discomfort in our body is because due to some kind of disruption that's happening in our body. Our body's not able to communicate the way that it needs to. And sometimes our cells fall asleep. And this is a way of recharging those cells, reactivating those cells, and getting our body in a state so that it can do what it was created to do. The best physician is inside of you. And that's what PMF technology helps to do. It helps to regulate that. Now, when we take a look at terahertz is another popular technology that you may have heard about. And that particular frequency, both of these emit a specific frequency, but this one sits between the microwave and the infrared waves. in the electromagnetic spectrum, right? And so it also has numerous health benefits that go along with it as well. And we're going to dive into that and begin talking about some of those particular health benefits. So let's look at the first one. One of the health benefits for those of you that are in love with your scale and and the summer's coming along and you're trying to get your beach body and you want to um, shed a few pounds or so. One of the benefits of PMF technology is that it will support uh, uh, weight management and it'll give you metabolic support, right? So it helps to enhance uh, cellular energy and ATP production. It increases your metabolism, and it also helps by detoxifying your body and reducing inflammation. Because inflammation in your body caused by oxidation it can contribute to weight gain. Well, if you're getting that regulated by PMF, it will definitely help you um, with that weight management and improve your overall cellular health, right? The other thing we look at is how it affects the DNA. When we talk about mitochondria, that's the realm of your DNA. And just like your fingerprints, none of us have the same fingerprint. I remember growing up, they had these things called Cabbage Patch dolls, right? And none of them were alike. It was the same with our fingerprints. None of our fingerprints are alike, and our DNA is uniquely different in all of us. And one of the cool things that this technology does, it can help to repair DNA and regenerate it, right? And even your stem cells. And so it's just amazing some of the things that this actually can do for you. Then let's talk about our organs. Our organs, without your organs, doing what they do, that we won't function anymore. We'll cease to exist eventually. And one of the really important organs that we have are our kidneys. And so this technology essentially helps to it basically helps to reduce the inflammation as well, and it helps to detoxify your kidneys. And it's the same way that traditional Chinese medicines um, use like Jing energy to do that. This will do the same thing because our kidneys play such a vital role in waste elimination in our body. And when those things begin to shut down or not function efficiently, our body begins to keep in these toxins, which can cause other problems as well. And so this technology does help to promote that detoxification in our kidneys and other organs, so forth and so on. Now, a lot of you do go to the gym. Some of you are taking vitamins and supplements, whether it's vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D3, K2. Some of you are taking a host of different supplements because the truth is that our food nowadays is not the same like it was when our parents were growing up, right? Most of our stuff is injected with a lot of chemicals. I've never seen chickens that big in my life. I mean, they're making cows bigger, chickens bigger, everything is bigger because they're using all kinds of genetically modified materials to feed this livestock, and then the things that they're growing, they're modifying. And so a lot of our food is lacking the nutrients. And then let's face it, in the busy world that we live in, we don't necessarily take the time to prepare it, right? We live in a microwave generation. So just pop it in the microwave or in the air fryer, prep it up really quickly. And so our food loses a lot of nutrients. And so those of you that are supplementing, what PMF technology will do for you, it increases your body's bioavailability. And so what that means is it allows your body to absorb more of what you're putting into it, right? More often than not, we'll take a bunch of supplements, and if you go to the bathroom and you urinate, you'll notice that your urine is a different color. It's usually typically brighter. And that's because your kidneys are filtering out what your body is not using. And so a lot of times you are going to flush a lot of your money down the toilet. Well, this increases your bioavailability, so it helps your body absorb more of what you're putting into it, which is definitely a plus for your body and your wallet. Now, a few years ago, we all went through COVID, and if you've been watching the news, you've heard the term long COVID, and we're finding out the effects of these shots that we were taking, that we were mandated to take. They're having some side effects, and they're affecting a lot of people, making them more lethargic, and they're just going through a host of different health issues as a result of this. Brain fog and various different inflammation in the joints. Well, the technology PMF and terahertz have been shown to help kind of curtail some of those symptoms and get the body prepared to heal itself in that area. And so it's definitely been helping with long COVID. So if you know someone that's wrestling with that, it might be you that's having brain fog or fatigue, or your memories it just feels like you're having what we call it brain farts. We just can't remember anything. Our short-term memory is just kind of like gone. You could be probably suffering from long COVID. Now, I'm not a doctor, so make sure you go and you get that checked out. But if you are suffering with that, the good news is this can definitely help you. Now, the last thing that I want to talk about as it pertains to PMF is just stress reduction. We live in a high stress world right now. No matter what part of the world you're in, I'm sure your part of the world has rush hour traffic. No one likes rush hour traffic. It's so stressful. Everything. I mean, the stuff that's coming across the headlines, some of the relationships that we're in. We might have a high stress job, right? And so, I don't know if you guys ever heard of a plant called ashwagandha. It's actually a root, and it's known to help relieve stress. And PMF technology has the same type of benefit. It helps to reduce stress. It'll sharpen your cognition, your memory, and just help you stay snappy and sharp, right? And so, and give you that Zen-like feel. I know when I'm on that machine and I have it on, like I'm 7 or 8, I just feel like I'm on a wave, man. I just feel like super calm. I sit back, I relax. I don't watch TV. I don't do anything, and I just give way to the moment that I'm in. We all need that. We all need that break. So let's shift now. We're going to talk about terahertz. Now we mentioned that earlier on. I said that we were going to look at the science behind two forms of technology and frequencies, and now we're going to talk about terahertz. Now I don't know if you guys heard of PubMed.gov, but you may want to take some notes and do your own due diligence, because I think you'll find it fascinating at at how many articles were written about terahertz and its benefits, right? So let's take a look at the first one. And so if you've ever heard of neuropathy, um, there's a potential for neuropathic pain management. And so a lot of the research is suggesting that this frequency can stimulate and be a non-drug method to deal with neuropathy, right? And so and even reduce the effects of it. And which I find is so incredible, because again, you don't need drugs to deal with some of the issues that you're facing. The modulation of cell activity. And so various different diseases that you may come across, it has a potential to offer a therapeutic effect to modulate the cell activity and intervene there in various different diseases. DNA damage and repair. And so THZ can definitely disrupt any potential DNA damage that you might be having, and also works within stem cells. A lot of people are going through stem cell treatments and so forth and so on to especially I know a lot of friends that are having stem cell treatments in their knees because they've had either torn ACLs or cartilage damage and things of that nature. So terahertz will help with that as well. And one of the things that I'm really excited about, my dad a few years ago got diagnosed with prostate cancer. Well, there's been a lot of breakthroughs, and you'll see a lot of articles when you go to PubMed.gov uh, about some of the breakthroughs in cancer treatment. And so these frequencies will attack those cancer cells and basically have it vibrate at a rapid motion, and then these cells begin to explode. And so, uh, hop on there, man. Take a look at that because it is just exciting, exciting stuff. Reducing tumors and even helping to deal with skin cancers. Some of the additional benefits, uh, blood cell health. We talked about the high stress world that we live in. People that have anxiety, OCD. It can address a bunch of different mental health issues. Bone density, right? And in this next slide, we're going to talk about how NASA is actually on the cutting edge of this technology. They're one of the leading agencies, in fact, that are promoting PEMF and terahertz technology. You know, a, billions, if not trillions of dollars goes into space exploration and research. And a lot of money goes into training astronauts in NASA. So their health is of the utmost importance so that they're able to fulfill the mission that they're sent to fulfill. Well, here's the problem. After they spend a lot of time out in space, when they come back into Earth's gravitational pull, they're experiencing things like poor blood circulation, and their muscles begin to go through atrophy because they don't need to use them in a zero gravity environment. And so, what scientists have observed is that in addition to this the sunlight, the air, the water, and nutrition that we need that geomagnetic energy to maintain our good health. And NASA has discovered that. And so when the astronauts return back to Earth, if they're experiencing any kind of bone density issues or poor circulation or muscle atrophy, they put them in a device similar to this so that they can get reacclimated and their body can begin to heal itself from their journey out in space. And what you're seeing here on your screen is typically what one of those machines would look like, costing probably tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars. And what I love about Olylife is that they've been able to take this technology and package it in such a way that in a small device that's super uber portable that you could bring into your own home and reap the benefits of it. And it's not cost prohibitive, which is something that I really like. So what we're going to do, we're going to segue and we're going to talk about just some of the products. We'll actually be looking at all of the products. And we're going to start off with the Therapy 90, which is their flagship product. And some of the benefits of this, you see that there on the left of your screen, you'll see this small box-like device with those two metal foot plates there. That's where you would place your feet. And after you turn it on, it will begin to send those electromagnetic frequencies up through your feet, and then it will go up through your body and begin to interact with your cells on a cellular level. And so the beautiful thing again, it's super portable. I actually have a friend of mine that told me he just took his with him on a plane. He put it in his carry-on and it's with him on a plane, and he's taking it with him on his vacation. And so because it's so small, you can take this with you. It's super light. And so you got this portable pain relief. And basically it helps to reduce any tension and inflammation. It'll improve your sleep. It supports cellular repair. It boosts your circulation. It's just an incredible, incredible device in such a small package, right? A lot of companies out there. Once you research PMF, you'll see a lot of companies. I want to point this out that have like grounding mats and uh, even bed sheets and things to that nature. But all it emits is the PEMF. The beauty about this device is that you have both technologies in one machine. So you have the PEMF and the terahertz. So all those benefits that we talked about and what you find when you go to PubMed and do a little research, um, all those benefits you find in that one device. Now, the next product is I like to call it the big brother of the P90. It's just like the flagship product. This is called the Terra P90 Plus. The only difference is that you'll now there's some subtle differences. You'll notice that the foot plates are a little bit bigger, and it has a handheld remote control versus the wired remote control. But what you'll notice, it also comes with two wands. Now, here's the benefit of that. We talked about just the benefits of the PMF and the terahertz, but with these two wands, it is incredible because it delivers 650 nanometers of red light therapy. And so when you're talking in regards to your scalp, gentlemen, some of you that you went to comb your hair this morning, you noticed a little bit more in your sink than usual, right? You can use this to stimulate your scalp. Now, do your own research, but studies have shown that it can stimulate your scalp and your skin and cause growth, right? Um, Ladies, I mean, even me and Luigi both, we just like you ladies, we like to keep our sexy on, right? So these wands will also stimulate collagen production. As we age, our bodies don't produce as much collagen anymore, which causes our face to sag and loses elasticity. Well, this stimulates it and it causes your body to begin to produce collagen again. It'll reduce inflammation, it'll treat acne. And so, as our buddy John likes to say, if you've got any high school, middle school students in your household and you can't find your machine, check their room. All right. It'll probably be in there. So it'll reduce those fine lines and wrinkles and aging without the use of all those $1,000 creams and lotions and all that kind of stuff. It does come with its own set of gels that you can purchase separately. You could also get them from a third party. I would definitely recommend, if it's within your means, to use the formulations that they have so that you can gauge the benefits of it. It also gives you, it also help, the wands will also help with like specialized pain reduction. So if you have some pain in your shoulders or your hands or your wrists or things to that nature, you can use one of those wands for a direct, non-invasive pain reduction and healing. So a lot of awesome benefits that you will get with the Terra P90 Plus. All right. So next we're going to talk about the A9 ionizer. So I like to use one of the examples that John uses because I think you all can relate to it. If you've ever had a forecast with a storm, we had rain last night, and right before it started raining, you'll see the sky start getting dark and getting overcast, and the atmosphere will begin right before the lightning and the thunder and all that stuff starts formulating and the rain starts pouring down. The atmosphere will basically begin to just stock up with negative ions. And so if you ever go outside right before that rain comes, the air will smell pretty fresh, right? And that's because of those negative ions that are in the air. And so the A9 air ionizer does the same thing and with the negative ionization. And so this distributes over 200 million CM3 negative ions into your household. And so that helps neutralize free radicals, and those free radicals are what causes the oxidation in your body, right? It strengthens the functions of your autonomic nerves. It can strengthen your immune system as well. And one of the key things that I really love is the fact that it will improve your sleep. It reduces your stress and it puts you in a state so that you could fall asleep peacefully at night. So it'd be a great idea to put this in your bedroom, right? The other thing it'll give you is enhanced mental clarity. And the beautiful thing about it, it's uber portable. So you can unplug it, take it out of your bedroom, put it if you have a home office, plug it in while you're there working at your computer, and reap the benefits of this device. Now, the next product that we're going to talk about is the Galaxy G1. Now, this is a remarkable device, and it works primarily for your eyes. And as you can see, the device is perforated, so when you put it on, you could actually still see. So if you wanted to watch television or read a book or move around the house, you still have the ability to do that. Me, I just like to sit back, put it on, and lean back, and that's it. Um, so what it does is a, a it emits an ultra low 7.8 hertz frequency of PMF. It's not a super strong frequency because it's so close to your face and it's meant for your eyes, right? And so there is no other device out there that offers. This is the world's first low frequency eye care device. So when you talk about uh, your eye blood circulation, reducing inflammation, if you struggle and you have floaters, like I've had floaters for years, or experiencing any form of macular degeneration, um, that PMF can assist in eliminating those and bringing healing to your eyes. The other cool thing is that it has a massaging feature, and it's a heated massage, and it also has a pulse massage as well. So it helps to just relax your eyes. One of the big things right now that we're seeing is the fact that because we have our cell phones and we have our face to our phones all day, scrolling, answering text messages on Google, Chat GPT, Facebook, all this social media, playing games on our phones, it's causing a lot of eye strain. And it says that most people are on their phones an average of 6 hours each day. And so there's been a significant increase in myopia. And in fact, they say that 80% of the children in Singapore are struggling with myopia. So this is great specifically for that. The next thing we're going to talk about is probably one of Luigi's favorites, and that's the H bar, right? And it's the hydrogen water bottle. Now, one of the things that I didn't mention earlier was this technology called MRET, or molecular resonance effect technology, right? I want you to go to PubMed as well and look that up. Um, what is interesting about this is it takes the water molecules and it separates them, right? And it causes them to cluster just like our cells do. And so what that does is it enables a deeper form of hydration. And so it causes the water to go directly into our cells. One of the big problems that a lot of us face right now is the fact that we suffer from dehydration. And dehydration, when we're dehydrated, our organs don't function the way they should. You'll notice that you may have headaches, your vision can get blurred, you could experience cramping. There's all kind of effects of dehydration, and this device is incredible. I want you to look up, when you get a chance, to do a search, not just for hydrogen water, but for hydrogen water bottles, and then type in MRET and see uh, how many water bottles out there actually have that technology. You won't find many at all, right? And so this hydrogen rich water acts as an antioxidant to go after those free radicals that are in your body. And so very, very incredible piece of technology. I do not have mine yet, but it is on the way. So let's go ahead and go to the last piece of technology. And this one I really love. It's the terahertz vitality one. And and so this penetrates your muscles at wavelengths from 3 to 3,000 micrometers. And it's also nicknamed the light of life, right? Because it can help to activate those healthy normal cells and repair the damaged ones. So that's what's so incredible and amazing about this device. So think in terms of those that may have tendon tears uh, or ligaments that are torn, like ACLs. You can take this device out. It comes with a stand, and you put it on the stand, and the device itself will begin to oscillate. So you don't have to hold it, which is an incredible benefit. And it'll help your muscles to relax and reduce any potential inflammation, right? And it also supports healthy microcirculation and detoxification. And again, it will penetrate 3 to 5 centimeters or more um, by just targeted placement and the energy just being dispersed. All right, so those are the products. Those are the suite of products through Olylife, and we looked at the science. We looked at the products. Now we're going to take a deeper look at the company itself. So when you look at this at the top of your screen there, you'll notice that they've done their homework. We're talking 167 different patents. 167. So this wasn't just something that they just put together because they had a great idea. The same way that you went to PubMed to do your research, they did their research. They did their R&D, and they did extensive development to bring these products to the marketplace. Over 143 countries have already received devices from Olylife, and their revenue has probably by now exceeded over 50 million. Most of their research and development is conducted in Sweden and Germany, and their chips and rare metals are produced in Japan. Now let's take a look at just the countless different test results. They go through extensive testing to make sure that this equipment is effective and that it's safe for your use. They've got, certifications all throughout through Europe and Asia. I mean, the results don't lie. I mean, it's there, right? And so they have multiple offices. That's their main headquarters in Singapore. They're based out of Singapore. That's their Malaysia office. They also have offices in Thailand and Indonesia and in China as well. And they're experiencing some rapid global expansion. And so they are going to be scaling and expanding into the West now. And so what we're going to do, that's Olylife. We looked at the science, we looked at the devices, we looked at the company. Now I want to turn it over to some of you that are out in the on the Zoom tonight, because some of you have these devices and you've experienced some really great benefits. And so we want you to go ahead and unmute. And if you want to share a testimony on how that device has worked for you and some of the benefits, feel free to go ahead and unmute yourself at this time uh, and share your testimony.
First of all, great presentation. I'm really proud. So yeah, I'm not a spaceman. I'm going to start with the opening up the testimonials tonight. These are the Galaxy G1 glasses that I'm actually very impressed with. At first I didn't start with these. I actually started with the P90, which I'll show you in a couple of seconds there. But these are amazing. You get a massage. Like my wife is doing this and she has migraines and it helps her migraines. But it does a lot more than that. Really, it's a PMF technology. Yes, you can get similar things online, but no, they're not similar. I mean, these are the only ones that actually have PMF technology. You can see through them. So I can actually see, I'm actually right now, my feet on the P90. And at the same time as I'm on the P90, I'm actually wearing these at the same time. So I'm going to show you also the P90. So these are the Galaxy One glasses that I find are so essential, with all the blue lights and everything that's hurting our eyes as we get older, especially. But I'm also right now, my feet on a P90 here. Let me just share my screen here. Turn this around. I should be able to turn this around, right? Okay, like this. And when I want to turn the camera around, oh, here it is, sorry. Here it is. Okay, I got it. 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 All right, all right, all right. So I need two logins to be able to do this. Now, yeah, don't judge my legs. I know they're not pretty, but hey, I'm a 60 years old, okay? Uh, Now, listen, I have my feet on the P90, so that means I can be actually on my Zoom, working at my desk, watching TV, meditating, just relaxing, okay, listening to music, so there's many times that you could actually use it. Now, the only thing is, when Kwame said at the beginning, use it at 7 or 8. I'm actually right now at 5. Sometimes I go to 6 or 7, but don't tell anybody at what frequency to use it because sometimes some people need to start at 2. All right. So start low and you slowly go up. All right. And you'll find your strength because at a certain point, when you start going too high, you just feel a little bit strange inside. It's like if you're detoxifying your body a little bit too much, that means that you're a little bit too high, come down. The best way to use it is start, let's say, whichever, I'll just give you an example. Let's say I start at 6 and I do it in the afternoon, I'll go to 5, and at night I'll go to 4. Now, if you start at 5, go 5, 4, 3, and so on. It's always better to slowly degrade as you're going down because this way. Now, what I wanted to show you is this cool gadget here. Let me just open it up here. Because sometimes you say, okay, what's happening when you have your feet on it, Luigi? Well, what's happening is very simple. I have PMF and terahertz going through my body, right? Is it vibrating? No, it's not vibrating. Is it hot, cold? No, no, nothing. I don't feel nothing. Is there anything happening? Well, let's see if there's anything happening here. I'm going to take this. Where did you go here? Here you go. So see this tester right here? Yeah, let me right. This is a tester. I'm going to put it on my leg. You see this light as it lights up? Pretty cool, eh? Now you're saying, is it a trick, Luigi? Are you trying to trick us? You know that light is, no, no. What I'm going to do there in front of your eyes, I'm going to take my foot off. And look at what happens. I'm going to put my foot back on and the light comes back on. All right. So that was just to kind of give you an overview of what is actually happening to our body. So just to kind of simplify it, it's actually giving oxygen to our body. All right. As it goes up our body, because, as we get older, the toxins, the water, the air, the food, everything we're eating is giving us toxins. And toxins are the root of all diseases. I don't care. We could talk about all the different diseases. Can this be helpful for this, for that, for that? So we won't get into that, but it can probably be helpful for 80 to 90% of everything that we are probably living. All right. Some cases are extreme, like should not maybe, but in most cases, yes, it can be very helpful. Now, the other thing that's also very amazing is by giving oxygen to your blood and circulating, then you start understanding that your system, your immune system, and everything is healing faster. So, very short story. Mine is I was introduced to this by somebody who's online here today. You can open up your camera, Bob, if you're online. I gave you the possibility. Bob, you can open up your camera. I also, Malik, if you want to open up your camera, go ahead, please. So we have a couple of testimonials to finish this call. You can come on to Malik if you're free. Beautiful. Guillermo, okay, you can speak too. I know that you love sharing your testimonial too. I love this guy. So basically, in a nutshell, I was introduced to this by Bob about maybe, I don't know, 4 months ago, because when he called me on Zoom, he says, you look like crap. So what do you mean I look like crap? He says, no, no, you really look bad, Luigi. And if you want to know how I looked, I'm going to share a small screenshot of Luigi, how he looked about 6, 7 months ago. That's when Bob called me and he said, I look really bad, Luigi. Now, where is it? Here it is. Oh my God. Look at Luigi, everyone. I want you to look at him because, talk is one thing, walking is another, right? You talk your walk, whatever, this is Luigi 6, 7, 8 months ago. Now, why was I like that? Well, because something happened in my life. I went through a big depression and I wasn't taking care of myself. And I wasn't able to come back from it. I just wasn't able to turn the page. Like I said earlier, before we actually started this call, we all make mistakes in our lives. That's not important, what the mistakes that we made. What's important is today, did you learn from your mistakes? Are you a better person? Are you there to help people? Or are you there to make other mistakes? I'm here to help people. I've had more than enough with so many things in my life. I'm 60 years old. I don't need to flash. I just want to be happy. So look at Luigi one more time right there. I was 270 pounds. Luigi right now, 222, by the way. I lost another 2 pounds in the last 2 days. 222. Now, I'm not on my ideal weight. I want to get at least to 190, okay, Kwame? Because when we go on stage, me and you in Toronto, I don't want to see just you look good looking boy. I want to see the Norwegian a good looking, okay? So don't worry. I still have 3 weeks to lose that extra 20. I want to get to 200 at least. But all of this happened because of this technology, everyone. And that's all. I mean, that's the honest truth about why I'm actually even talking about Olylife, all right, or this product, because I put my feet on it. And after 3 days, I started sleeping so much better, so much better. Like it just went back to normal. And that was chronic for me. And you don't need to be a doctor to understand that when you sleep, you regenerate your body. I mean, it's not rocket science. So
Yeah.
sleep went back to normal. Afterwards, my skin started looking better. My face, like little pimples or just little just started everything just started looking better. My mental state started going better after 2, 3 weeks. Now you say, why your mental state? Well, because if at a cellular level, you're regenerating your whole body, right? At a cellular level, it's also regenerating your brain, your mind, and everything in your body. So everything is interconnected, my friends. And finally, and not least, and that also gave me another big push was on top of my feet. You saw my feet earlier. I used to have two big round spots, dark spots around on top of my feet right here. Um, why does that happen? It's circulation. I know as people get older, they start having, and it's always in the limbs at the bottom, that you start having problems with circulation. I was at the beginning of diabetes, by the way. My doctor told me, and I'm pretty sure now with the P90, with losing weight, with the dark spots have completely went away. I'm sure that I backed off of diabetes. All right. Now, I'm not here to say that this cures diabetes or any way. I'm just saying that it helps prevent things. It can also rewind the clock, all right, and take things backwards again, okay? We're not doctors here. We're not physicians. And in any way, we're not telling anybody what to do. If you're not certain about anything, about a certain condition, hey, what can I say? Go see your physician and ask him if it's okay for you, all right? All I can tell you is my experience and my honesty. And I was sold. After a month, I said, I'm all in. Bob, why are you in?
Yes,
Oh, by the way,
yes.
I have this hydrogen water. Continue speaking. I'll show them how it works right after.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Bob from Singapore. A very good evening to all of you in North America, and then good morning in Asia. So I started with this G1 actually, because I saw the huge potential of the ice business because everybody has been on the handphone, has been on the laptops, etc. So what is important is to protect your eyes. Now, when I tried this, I was actually hooked right away because it massages my eyes. It actually this device is the smallest PMF device in the whole world, and they are ported whole, so you like what Luigi say, you can see things through while you're doing this massage on your eyes, and it has hot compressed movement, etc. Now, so I started with this, but later on I put on the P90, and when I put on the P90, a few things amazing happened. My blood sugar level came down, my sugar level came down first, and then subsequently my blood pressure came down. So something about the PMF is because our cells are not at the optimum level. So with this PMF, it's actually kind of like energize yourself, and so your blood flow, your etc. in your body starts working. So it's very good for general health benefits. Now we have a lady, a friend of mine in Xiamen, China. She was like hunchback, quite badly. Uh, and after putting on the PMF for almost a month, she's able to walk straight from there. So also the last thing that I wanted to share is my mom. My mom also has that hunchback, almost like 90 degrees, 60, 80, 70, 80 degrees. But now I can see some improvement. She's starting to be a bit more upright. Hasn't straightened, but is almost getting, I could see the improvement rather. So I'm actually very happy. She only does it once a day. And I just want to end this with everyone. When you buy a PMF P90 Olylife machine, you're not just buying for yourself. When you buy, it's actually going to benefit your whole family together. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bob. And it was amazing spending a week with you in Singapore for the official first English launch event. Okay, by the way, the company was the first English event, and it was almost for our team. All right, so that was amazing. And now he's coming back at the end of the month to be for the first international live event in Toronto, everyone. I'm serious. Like, it's the first launch event in Toronto, and it's not in Toronto, in all of America, USA, Canada. It's the first one. And guess what? It's
Yes.
our team that's hosting it. All right. So yeah, listen, if anybody else wants to share, Kwame, you can share your story too. I know that you've been on it for a little while, and we'll get on to the last part.
Yeah, I have, and I mean it's just been remarkable for me. The biggest difference I noticed are in my knees because I played a lot of basketball. I also ran a lot of track as well, and so I beat my knees up. I've had ACL injuries, and just being able to do squats in the gym um, is somewhat painful. So I stopped doing them, and when I noticed it was a big shift, like when I go ready to go sit down, I could hear like the snap, crackle, and pop like Rice Krispies in my knees. And when I go to sit down, and after about a month of doing this, what I've noticed was that the my knees are just much more fluid. There's no pain. I mean it's just incredible. I mean I could do a bucket squat now. And had I had not experienced it myself, I'd have been like, man, does this thing really work? And so it's just amazing. My wife is experiencing some great benefits from it. I've ordered my and received my Vitality wand. I took it out the box. I still have not used the wand yet. I'm actually gonna test it out tonight, so I'm excited about doing that. But yeah, I love it. I love it.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to have you in our community in so many ways. I can't wait to meet you in person. Really can.
Yeah, man.
We're going to get into the last little part. I'll share my screen now. Guillermo, did you want to say something while I'm taking out my PowerPoint? And by the way, yes, I'll talk about that after. No problem. Did you want to say something, Guillermo, or I'm going to share?
Yes, I'm here. I just had a problem with the microphone. But yes, wonderful presentation. This is amazing. I just wanted to share a short testimonial. So I've been using the machine already for about a month, and my sleep has improved dramatically. I'm now sleeping 9 hours a day. Before I was only sleeping 2 or 3 hours. I would wake up hungry, go to the bathroom, walk around, and then throughout the day, I'll be tired because I just couldn't sleep. So now I have a lot more energy. I'm using the machine daily. My wife is using it also, and I'm loving it because I'm able to sleep now. So that one benefit alone for me is worth it. So I recommend anyone to please go ahead and order your P90 or any of these other amazing products. I'm trying to get the water bottle. That looks cool. It has a little rainbow light on there and it lights up. And also I have glasses. So I know the vision goggles will be good for me. But this company's great. They sell some amazing things that can benefit, pretty much anyone. And even if you're not sick, this is Olylife, Olympic Life. It also athletes are using this, so they're in tip-top condition at all times. So this is an amazing company, and they have wonderful products that every single person could use.
Thank you so much, my dear brother. And we will end the presentation on a little note here. It'll just take 7, 8 minutes. All right. I'm going to keep this part very quickly. Yes, by the way, the chat is open. You can speak to a co-host or to the host. So if you have something to say or a question to ask, you can ask us directly. And I will share after the recording why we decided to change a couple of things in our format. All right. There's a reason for it. Play from the current slide. I want to get into the last little part because in life, when you go see a good movie, what's the first thing that you're going to do? Well, there's a good chance that you're probably going to tell your sister, your brother, your mother. You're going to tell a friend. It's just the way that we are. That's how we are wired, human beings. So I think that when you actually use the P90, all right, So we have a lot of products, but just use the P90 or the Galaxy One. When you start seeing those results, you're going to probably want to tell a friend, your sister, your brother, your mother. And the great thing about it is that in Olylife, we don't have any monthly subscription. You don't have to pay anything every month. You don't have to renew next year. We're not here pushing you to buy $6,000 of products. No. We're here telling you, listen, get a P90 or get Galaxy One glasses, but the P90 is, I think, the most important part of all our products. And from there, then you decide to get something else later, just get it. Now, we have a little comp plan because, of course, if you decide to share it, you're going to be rewarded. And the beautiful thing about being rewarded is that you can actually earn for the rest of your life, because since there's no comp plan, there's no monthly subscription. It's pretty neat, right? So the first part of the comp plan is the team bonus. The team bonus is pretty cool. You can get 5% from your upline. You start with 1,000, you can earn up to 3x your money, which is 3,000. You start with 2,000, you can earn 6,000. You start with 6,000, you can earn with 18,000 from your upline, from the people on top of your buying. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the person on top of you made 10,000, you made 5% of that, you made 500. The two people under A and B, they made 5% of the 500, they made 25. The people under A and B, they made 5% of the 25, so they made 5. The people under them made 5% of the $5, they made 50 cents. And the people, so you get the message here. Everybody's earning 5% all the way down till you 3x your money. And that's even if you don't do nothing. So you'll be waking up in a month or two from now and saying, hey, how come I have money in my back office? Well, because it's coming from your uplines. Pretty cool, right? You can actually 3x your money, and even if it takes 2-3 years, pretty nice. No, on top of being healthy, on top of the fact that you can use the machine with everybody in your house. The next thing is we have a fast start bonus. It's very simple to understand. It's $1,000. We'll keep everything here today just at $1,000. All right. Now, of course, if somebody joins with 2,000, you can earn 2x. Somebody joins with 3,000, it's 3 times the amount. So everything I'm telling you today is based on $1,000. Well, if somebody joins with $1,000, you earn $75 per person. Yes, if they join with 2,000, you would have earned 150. That's your directs. But this is the most important part here. This is the part that gets me excited, is the tier bonus. And the tier bonus, the reason I get excited is for this. You need to have one on your left, one on your right. So you sign up one person on your left, one on your right. You make $75 each. But now you also make $375 because there's one on your left, one on your right. On your second level, C and D, there's one on your left, one on your right. You made $375. Wow, that's pretty cool. But let's go to level 3. You have E1 and E2 on your left, and you have F1 and F2 on your right. Did you bring them in? I want you to look at the diagram. Did you bring those people in? The answer is no, right? They came from C and D. Do you still make $375? The answer is yes. There's one on the left, one on the right. $375 each time. Look at level 4, G and H. Did you bring them in? No, they came from E2 and F1, right? Do you make $375? The answer is yes. And you can make $375 to infinity. No cap, no limit, no timeline, no pressure. Every time one on the left, one on the right, whether it's spillover, you're making $375. 100 levels down is $37,000. 1,000 levels down is $375,000. This, for me, is the most powerful part of this rewards plan. Yes, we have a binary. Binary is simple to understand. Is if you look at the diagram on the right side, you have orange and you have green boxes or circles, right? Well, the orange boxes are the tier bonus. Remember, one left, one right, you make $375. $375. So you have one on each side, $375 each time. Okay. Now, what happens to all the other people that are in your organization? You get paid on them? And the answer is yes, you get paid on them in the binary. So if you were at $1,000 purchase, well, you're getting 11%. 11% of $1,000 is $82 per person. So what does that mean mathematically? If you had 20 people on the right side and 10 people on the left side, you're getting paid on the weaker leg. So 10 times 82, you would have made another $825. And yes, we also have a coaching bonus, matching bonus that pays down 6 generations, 10% level 1, all the way 5% to level 6. Pretty neat. And yes, we also have a global bonus that's paid once yearly, 5% of the total revenue of the company. You can earn shares. How do you earn shares? Well, if you're an M1, you need to have 14 on each side. And yes, the spillover counts is 1 share. And you can go all the way down to M7 and earn 60 shares. Now, everything is paid daily. Everything we talked about is paid daily, except for this global bonus, which is paid once a year. And the beautiful thing about it, before I move on to the last part, which will take 2 minutes, is you realize there's no auto ship, there's no yearly renewal. So even if you decide to talk about this in 6 months from now, well, you're still rewarded. You're not kicked out of the comp plan. We wanted to have a little roadmap, like sometimes, like a GPS, if you don't write the destination, final destination, you're not going to get there, right? What if we only had to get two people, just two people? Two, get two, get two. We've heard that many times, but here it's not the same thing because it's not get two, and they have to pay an auto ship. Here it's get two that don't have to pay an auto ship. So they're going to stay with you, right? Okay. So what happens if everybody got two people? Well, let's do a little diagram, a little exercise. Just as if everybody only got two people, whether it took them a month, whether it took them 2 months, whether it took them 3 months. Yes, some people might get 3, 4, 5, 10, but let's just simplify, two each. Well, your first two people, you would have made $75 each if they came in at 1,000. Times 2 is 150. Plus, you would have made a tier bonus at 375. Total 500. You just got half of your money back. Pretty cool, right? You buy this machine that's helping you and everybody in your family, and you're getting half your money back just for getting two people in at 1,000. What if you help those two people do the same thing? Well, you're making another tier bonus, right? 375. So you just got basically almost all your money back, $800, $900 back in 2 levels. What happens on the 3rd level? You make another tier bonus, right? On your 4th level, that's where the binary starts kicking in. So now you have 8 people there because everybody got 2. You made the tier bonus, but now you also made $575 of binary. On the next level, you made tier bonus and 1,002. Now 6 levels down, you would have made $7,000 if everybody just got 2 people each. Let's fast track it now 12 levels down. Why do I like to use 12? Because I just want you to wrap your head around one thing. If everybody took 1 month to find 2 people, we would finish these 12 months in 1 year, right? But let's just take it one step further. You get started, you try the machine for a couple of weeks, you like it. Okay, you see results, 2, 3 weeks, even 4 weeks, whatever. And it takes you another month to find 2 people. Well, hey, it took you 2 years, 24 months to do what I'm going to show you now. So now let's go down 12 levels. What does 12 levels mean? Well, you just made an extra binary of almost $400,000. Resume. Referral bonus, you found 2 people, $75 each, 150. You made tier bonus, 375 times 12 levels down was 4,005. But now the binary is huge, $397,000. And finally, you're also going to start kicking in on a matching bonus, which is another $132,000 total. Boom, $500,000. So I'm going to end it on a sweet note here. What if I tell you, would you like to earn $500,000? And you say, well, of course, who wouldn't, right? Even if it's $250 or $250,000 every year, 2 years, right? It would take 24 months. Of course, everybody would like that. Says, what are they going to do? Do I have to invest $50,000? No. You just buy a machine that's going to help you and everybody in your family, and you help 2 people do the same thing that need the machine. All right, I can do that for $500,000, and then we help those people do the same thing. Do you think most people would want to do it? I think so. Closing remarks, my dear friend, if you want, go ahead. I'm going to say something after the closing remarks. Go ahead.
Yeah, everyone, I hope you walked away from this with some great information about these devices, how they can help you, how they can enhance your life, but also how you can not just get physically healthy, but financially healthy as well. So thank you for hanging out with us. I'm going to turn it over to you, Luigi, and we'll catch you next time.